All right, welcome back everyone for another deep dive.
Yeah.
This time we're going to be looking at DIY survival gear.
Cool.
We've got a really fascinating mix of sources this time.
Yeah.
Articles, we got some Reddit discussions.
Oh, cool.
Even a couple YouTube how-to videos.
Nice.
If you've ever thought about building your own gear or just want some fresh ideas, this is the place to be.
It's a great topic for sure.
Yeah, so let's just jump right in.
Okay.
Why DIY?
Right.
Why would somebody want to make their own gear instead of just buying it?
Well, one big reason is customization.
Oh.
When you build something yourself, you can really adapt it to your needs,
Makes sense.
your environment. You're
Yeah.
not limited to what's commercially available.
Yeah, it's like tailoring a suit, you get a perfect fit.
Exactly.
And I'm betting there's a certain satisfaction
Oh, for sure.
in building your own gear.
Oh, yeah. A real sense of accomplishment there.
Yeah,
You can rely on something you made with your own two hands. Yeah.
that's cool.
Plus, it's a great way to hone your problem-solving skills, too.
Right.
Which are,
Essential.
essential in survival.
Okay, so we got custom fit,
Huh?
MacGyver satisfaction,
Ugh.
anything else? What else makes DIY gear so appealing?
It can be way more cost-effective.
Okay.
You can repurpose materials,
Right.
find cheaper alternatives.
Especially when you think about how pricey
Oh, yeah.
some survival gear can be.
Totally.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we get too carried away thinking about all the cool stuff we can build,
Uh-huh. Right.
let's talk foundation.
Yeah.
What are the skills that we really got to have in our toolkit knowledge-wise?
You're right. Those are paramount.
Okay.
No matter how fancy your gear.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if you don't know how to use it
Totally.
or improvise when you need to.
For sure. So what's at the top of that must-learn list?
Fire starting.
Okay.
Essential.
Right.
Be comfortable with several methods,
I'm thinking of cotton balls and petroleum jelly.
Yeah.
Classic, right?
Super effective.
Yeah.
But did you know jute twine also makes a fantastic fire starter?
Oh, really?
Yeah, the fibers are highly flammable.
Okay.
You coat them in wax. You got a water-resistant, slow-burning wick.
That's going straight into my notes, jute twine.
Nice.
All right, what about water?
Oh, huge.
That's got to be right up there.
Absolutely crucial.
Yeah, knowing how to find and purify water.
Mm-hmm.
Water purification tablets, I know, are a good option.
Yeah, reliable, lightweight,
Okay.
but you should also know how to build a DIY water filter.
What does that even look like?
You can build one with readily available materials.
Really?
Yeah, I think layers of cloth, charcoal, sand, gravel,
Wow.
all working together.
It's like a natural filtration system.
Exactly.
Wow, that's so cool.
It really is, yeah.
That human ingenuity, so resourceful.
Resourcefulness is key.
While we're talking about water,
Uh-huh.
kind of a more extreme scenario.
Yeah.
What if you had absolutely no other water source
Right.
available?
Last resort.
Yeah.
Your own urine.
Okay, that's definitely filed under things I hope I never have to do.
Uh-huh. Right.
But good to know.
Good to know.
All right.
Knowledge is power
Okay.
in those situations.
So fire, water. What else is essential?
Shelter.
Okay.
Knowing how to build even a basic shelter can make all the difference
What's the easiest shelter to build, you think?
if you're in a bind.
Yeah.
A lean-to,
Okay.
simple, effective.
All right.
You can build it with natural materials you find around you.
So I don't need to be like a master builder
Oh.
to put a lean-to together.
Pretty straightforward.
What other must-haves are we missing?
First aid.
Of course.
Well, stocked kit is essential,
Yeah.
but just as important is knowing how to use it.
Right. You got to know how to treat those wilderness injuries.
Exact.
Cuts, burns, sprains.
Mm-hmm. Basic wound care, splinting, all that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What about tools?
Tools.
What's the one tool you'd recommend for any DIY survivalist?
High quality multi-tool,
Okay.
worth its weight in gold.
Yeah. I can see that being really useful.
It's like having a whole toolbox in your pocket.
Okay. So we've got the foundation,
Mhm.
fire starting,
Yep.
water purification, shelter building, first aid, multi-tool mastery.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about the actual projects.
Okay.
What are some of the standout DIY survival gear projects
Okay.
from the materials you've been looking at?
Well, one that caught my eye was a DIY water bottle filter.
Okay.
Incredibly simple to make, yet really effective.
Okay. I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
Walk me through it. What do we need?
You need a cut-up water bottle,
Okay.
some activated charcoal.
Like the stuff they use in the store-bought filters.
Exactly.
Oh, wow.
It's surprisingly effective.
So how does that even work?
Basically, it's got a really porous surface area,
Okay.
so it traps contaminants
Oh, wow.
through absorption.
So it's like a little science experiment.
Yeah. In a water bottle.
Pretty much.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
What other projects are we looking at today?
Ever heard of a rocket stove?
A rocket stove. Does it launch into space?
Haha, not quite.
Okay.
But it is an incredibly efficient, eco-friendly cooking stove.
Okay. I'm listening.
You can build it yourself with pretty simple materials like tin cans or bricks.
Okay. Now you've got my attention.
Yeah.
How does that work? What
Yeah.
makes it so special?
So the key is its chimney design.
Okay.
Creates a powerful draft.
Okay.
Allows it to burn really hot with very little fuel.
So it's super fuel efficient.
Exactly.
That sounds perfect for like backpacking or even just in the backyard.
Mm-hmm. Very versatile.
Before we go too far down the rocket stove rabbit hole,
Okay.
I do want to touch on snares and traps.
Right.
I know it sounds a little intense,
Can be.
but, in a true survival situation,
Mm-hmm.
knowing how to procure food could be crucial.
It's true, but you got to approach trapping with caution
Oh, for sure.
and respect for the environment. Absolutely, we're talking about responsible, sustainable practices.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Different trap designs for different prey.
Okay.
It's essential to understand the impact
Right.
they're having on the ecosystem.
So it's more about knowledge and preparedness
Right.
than just like going out and setting traps everywhere.
It's not something to be taken lightly.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do 2 more projects
Okay.
before we wrap up this section.
Sounds good.
So that DIY survival knife project we saw,
Oh, yeah.
that one looked pretty hardcore.
It was a pretty impressive demonstration of craftsmanship.
Yeah.
The process involved shaping a blade from high-quality steel,
Wow.
carefully crafting a comfortable handle,
Yeah.
even adding personal details like serrations or a pommel.
It's amazing how much skill and precision goes into that.
It's really something else.
I can only imagine how satisfying it would be
I know, right?
to use a knife that you made
Totally.
yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, and last but not least, waterproof matches.
Oh, yeah.
Seems like a little thing,
Mm-hmm.
but I bet they're crucial
Yeah.
in a survival situation.
Essential backup in any kit.
What's the simplest way to do that?
Dipping them in melted wax.
Oh,
Tried and true.
simple and effective.
It works.
Okay, I think we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have.
You know, we've explored the reasons why DIY survival gear is so compelling,
Mm-hmm.
delved into those foundational skills that are just as important as the gear.
Absolutely.
We even took a peek into the world of these DIY survival projects,
Yeah.
from water filters and fire starters to the intriguing rocket stove and the resourcefulness of snares and traps.
We touched on first aid.
Oh, right, and first aid.
The ultimate DIY challenge. Crafting your own survival knife.
And of course, let's not forget those waterproof matches.
Yeah.
So much good information.
It is a lot.
What stands out to you from all that we've talked about?
What about you? Anything grabbing your attention?
Well, there's so much to think about.
Yeah.
I'm really kind of drawn to that water bottle filter.
Yeah.
Seems like a really practical project, pretty achievable even for a beginner like me.
It's a great choice.
Yeah.
The simplicity and effectiveness of that project.
Yeah.
It really highlights what's great about DIY survival gear.
So speaking of DIY survival projects,
Mhm.
you mentioned earlier the Altoids tin debate.
Oh, yeah.
What was that all about?
The Altoids tin survival kit debate.
Yeah.
It's a classic in the survival community.
Yeah.
These tiny kits.
Right.
They're really popular, but there's some back and forth about how useful they actually are.
Yeah, I can see the appeal.
Right.
Small, compact, they seem to have a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
So what are the arguments against them?
Well, some people argue that they're more about novelty than practicality.
Okay.
They can be a handy supplement to a larger kit,
Mm-hmm.
but they shouldn't be your only reliance.
So it's more about having a layered approach.
Exactly.
Like to preparedness.
Think of it like this.
Right.
The Altoids tin, that's your emergency snack.
Okay.
But you need a full meal packed away, too.
Makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, you need that more comprehensive approach.
It's like the difference between grabbing a granola bar on your way out the door
Right.
and packing a full picnic basket.
Exactly. Good analogy.
One's a quick fix, the other's for, a longer experience.
Yeah, and in a survival situation,
Yeah.
that sustained experience
Right.
could be the difference between a minor inconvenience and, a major ordeal.
All right, so layering is key.
Yes.
What are the essentials of that more comprehensive approach to survival gear?
So, in addition to the smaller items that you might find in an Altoids tin,
Yeah.
you want to have a well-stocked main pack.
Okay.
with more substantial gear.
All right, so we're moving beyond the basics now.
We are,
Yeah.
yeah. Once you've mastered the basics, built a basic kit,
Uh-huh.
it's time to think about expanding your capabilities.
Gotcha.
Preparing for, wider range of scenarios.
I'm starting to realize how much there is to learn about DIY survival gear.
There's a lot.
It's a whole world.
It is a constantly evolving world, too.
Right, yeah.
New techniques to learn, new materials to experiment with.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
And a little daunting, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
But definitely feeling inspired
Good.
to take on some projects.
Awesome.
Boost my skills.
I'd love to hear it.
So to sum up, what have we learned today?
What are the takeaways?
Yeah, what are the key takeaways for our listeners?
Well, I think first and foremost, DIY survival gear.
Yeah.
It's not just a hobby. It's a path to deeper self-sufficiency.
Right.
It's about taking control of your preparedness.
Yeah.
You're not relying solely on, store-bought solutions.
It's about empowerment. It's about resourcefulness.
Exactly.
Right.
We've emphasized it throughout this whole deep dive. Skills are just as important,
If not more important.
if not more important than gear.
Right. Those are the building blocks.
Yeah.
We've got fire starting,
Yep.
water purification, shelter building, first aid, multi-tool mastery.
This stuff
Really.
is so important.
And lastly, I would say,
Yeah.
approach DIY survival gear with a sense of fun, a sense of curiosity.
Yeah.
Start small, build gradually, and don't be afraid to experiment.
It's a journey.
Hey,
It is a journey.
not a destination.
Yeah.
It's about turning preparedness into an adventure.
Exactly.
I love that.
I like that too.
I love that perspective.
Right.
It's not about fear or doom and gloom. It's about taking a proactive approach
Yeah.
and an enjoyable approach to being prepared.
For sure.
So for someone just starting out, on their
Right.
DIY survival gear journey,
Yeah.
what one project would you recommend they tackle first?
That's a good question. There are so many options, but I think fire starters are a great place to begin.
Okay, why fire starters? What makes them such a good first project?
Well, they're relatively simple to make. You don't need, specialized tools or a lot of technical know-how to get started.
Right.
Plus, fire is such a crucial element of survival.
Provides warmth, a way to cook food,
Right.
even just a sense of security
Yeah,
in a wilderness setting.
absolutely.
And mastering those fire starting techniques must give you a real sense of confidence.
That's right.
Like, I can do this.
For sure.
I got this.
Yeah, it's like you said, that primal skill.
Yeah.
You can create fire whenever you need it.
Remember those jute twine fire starters we talked about?
Oh, yeah, those are great.
Perfect for beginners.
Definitely.
All right, so fire starters are at the top of the list.
Uh-huh.
What other advice would you give to someone just getting started?
I'd say start small, focus on one project at a time, and don't be afraid to experiment. Try things out.
Yeah, there's so many resources available.
Yep.
Online, books, even just within the community itself.
That's right.
So it's really like anything else. The more you learn, the more you practice,
Yeah.
the more confident you'll become.
Absolutely. And DIY survival gear, it's an ongoing journey,
Yeah.
not a destination.
Not a destination. It's a journey.
Yeah, always something new to learn, something new to explore.
Okay, so to wrap things up,
All right.
we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive.
We have.
We've explored the why behind DIY survival gear, delved into those foundational skills,
Yep.
even got a little hands-on with some awesome projects.
Water filters, fire starters,
Rocket stoves, survival knives.
even snares and traps.
We talk about layering your gear,
Mm-hmm.
taking a comprehensive approach to preparedness.
Right.
But I think most importantly, we've highlighted the fact that DIY survival gear, it's about more than just the gear.
It's a mindset.
It is. It's about cultivating a mindset
For sure.
of self-reliance,
Yes.
resourcefulness,
Mhm.
resilience.
It's about taking control of your preparedness and feeling confident in your ability to face whatever challenges come your way.
So as we sign off here,
Okay.
we want to leave you with one final thought.
Yeah.
What DIY survival project will you tackle first? And why? We'd love to hear your thoughts.
Share them with us.
Share them in the comments. Join the conversation on social media.
Mm-hmm.
Most importantly, get out there and start building.
Happy crafting.
Until next time, stay curious, stay prepared,
Keep exploring.
and keep exploring the world of DIY survival gear.
Absolutely.